Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another big card of Slcw. We're live here today with the Nestler Cup Tag Team Tournament. It's going to be a big day today. One of our fine tag teams are going to be crowned world champions and take home the prestigious Nestler Cup. We've got a lot of action for you here today, and we're just about ready to get started. I'm going to throw it down to our ring announcer, Spike Pap, to get the first match underway.
The following contest is a Nestler Cup semi-final match, and it's scheduled for one fall. First up, the team of Mad Mike and Robert Pewitt, the hardcore twist. And their opponents, the team of Kroll Nightfire and Rob Burkowski.
Well, Spike, here we go. Big event here today, Nestler Cup Finals. This is what it's all about.
Yeah, everyone that's came this far, they don't want to lose right now.
Well, here's a great way to kick it off, but look at this. Kroll Nightfire, his partner has backed out on him again.
I wonder where he is, but you can't count on Kroll again. He did it all last time. He could do it again.
Well, he's got Horses Morrissey here at ringside with him. She could make the difference, and they're out of the gate right away. Hardcore Twist wasted no time getting right on Kroll Nightfire here.
They must have been keeping an eye on Kroll's last match. They know what he did last week.
Well, certainly he fooled a lot of people last week by winning the match all by himself. Hardcore Twist are a little bit tougher opponent here. They're actually the favorites to win this tournament.
Yeah, they are quite hardcore wrestlers. That's what they're all about. But, what I should say is, with the hardcore matches they've been in, they can take a lot of punishment.
Well, they certainly can. They're as tough as anyone out here. And we got a 2 count from Kroll Nightfire. He nearly pulled an early upset here.
He could have, but the main question is, where is Rob?
This is the second week in a row Burkowski no-showed, and there's an interesting story behind this. The commissioner, Alton Chris, actually gave Kroll Nightfire the option to pick a new opponent. And he just stuck with Rob Burkowski. If it's loyalty or faith, I don't know what it was, but it doesn't look like it's paying off right now. And Nightfire's regaining his composure here.
We're in a tag team match. Your partner is very vital.
Oh, it's incredibly vital. You have to say that Hardcore Twist has a huge advantage here. But Kroll Nightfire's hanging in. And both men locking up in the middle of the ring. But it looks like Mad Mike's got him here. Big vertical suplex. And he crashes him down to the canvas.
Well, he's going to be feeling mad. These are tough opponents he's facing. That's the thing that could make the difference in this match. You can see that Mad Mike has a partner, which if he gets tired, he can tag in his partner who is fresh. But Kroll has no one to go to. He can't rest.
Well, that does make a world of difference. But the equalizer could be Horses Morrissey out there. She's been known to get involved in a match or two, and I don't think she's going to shy away. And there's a big clothesline by Kroll. He's holding his own.
Maybe Kroll doesn't need horses.
It's possible. Could he get this pin all by himself? We got Mad Mike now looking a little bit beat up in there.
It would be a big shock to see Cole defeat a team all by himself a second week in a row, and if possible, maybe the third, and maybe win the titles.
Well, it would certainly defy all odds. Now, what would happen there if he did win the tournament? Who would get that second tag belt? And look at that, a big drop kick by Crow Nightfire. He sends Rarup flying off the canvas.
Even a hardcore wrestler is going to be feeling that concrete floor.
That's pure concrete down there. And Rarup bounces up pretty good. And you don't want to be down on the floor with hardcore twist. And we got Crow Nightfire delivering a few elbows. I hope they don't get too close to the announcer table here.
I've seen some crazy things around here, so I hope they don't get near us.
Well, you never know what's going to happen. I guess that's why they pay us the big bucks, the danger pay.
Well, now Mad Mike has felt it.
And Mad Mike gets sent for a tumble. And now we got Crow outside by the announcer table again. He's going back after Rarup again.
Sparky Keenan is losing control of this match. Everyone's outside the ring.
Oh, and look at that. Crow drives him into that barrier. Right off the steel mask, and Sparky's trying to get them back in the ring. That's easier said than done. But now we got Horses Morrissey out here.
They got to get back in the ring. They don't want to lose it by count out.
That's right, if you lose by count out, you don't go on to the next round. And we got Horses Morrissey out here keeping an eye on Rarup. And Sparky Keenan trying to make sure that Rarup can continue. He slowly makes his way back to the ring here. And it looks like he's shaking off the effects.
You may want to think twice about that. If you take a look, there's a big size difference.
Well, there certainly is. I would say Rarup at least has a foot on him. Or is actually, I should say, Crow has a foot on Rarup.
And there is why.
And he's showing that size, using it to his advantage. But that's a smart tactical move.
Yeah, Mad Mike trying to interfere.
And Crow's currently cleaning house in there. He's doing a fabulous job. This could be a wild upset here tonight. And Horses Morrissey's out there jawing with the crowd. Of course, she's known to get a few people riled up now and then.
Uh-oh.
And we got a big sleeper hold on here. Mad Mike hooked him in the sleeper hold.
But Mad Mike is not the legal man. Can he do that? Mad Mike's going to end up getting disqualified if he doesn't let go of that hold.
He's got to break the hold. And then we got Rarup coming over. All three men in the ring. And now Rarup delivers a right hand. And another right hand. Crow's in a world of trouble here. He's almost out cold, and Rarup's wailing away on him.
I'm surprised at that. How long has Mad Mike held that sleeper hold?
Look at that, a big maneuver by Rarup. This has to be it. Wow, how much abuse can one man take?
A hardcore twist is going to do anything to win this tournament.
I don't even think they're looking for the pin. They're just speeding away. And Horses Morrissey's calling for disqualification.
Well, she's not going to get it.
And it doesn't look like Sparky's going to have any part of that. That's true. And somehow Crow's still on his feet here.
Yeah, I think Rarup missed that high-risk maneuver.
Well, it's always, it's always a good idea to go for the high risk until you miss it. That's what they say. And it can land you in a lot of trouble. And it looks like Crow's found his way back in.
Yeah, I think Mad Mike landed a punch on him.
Of course, the winner of this match will have to fight again in the finals. So you don't want to use up too much energy.
You also have to take into account that whoever is going to be the winner of the next match is also going to be tired. And since that these competitors are competing first, they'll get a small breather.
And not only will the winners of this tournament win the Nestler Cup, they'll also win the Tag Team Championships. And look at this, a big power bomb by Chrome Nightfire.
Should have stayed in that corner.
So now we got Roop Hewitt and Mad Mike on the ground. Both has a hardcore twister, having a little bit of trouble here with Chrome Nightfire. And it looks like Mad Mike's got him by the throat here. It looks like he's got him in that sleeper hold again.
I don't understand why Sparky's not doing anything to keep Mad Mike back in that corner.
I don't know. He may be a legal man now.
I didn't even see him make the tag.
I didn't see a tag neither. Of course, Sparky Keenan not known for his sharp eyes around these parts. And there's a sleeper hold, and it looks like Kroll is going out cold. Well, Sparky saying, well, Roop's the legal man. And he's warning him to break up this hold.
While Roop's bringing the chair.
He's got the chair. I don't even know if he's going to need the chair.
Well, he knows that if he uses that chair, he's going to get disqualified.
I don't think that he's really going to need it. Kroll's still on the ground, and Sparky Keenan's checking on him. I don't know why Roop is, Roop's not getting in there. And it looks like he's going up to the top rope.
He's going to try again with a high-risk maneuver.
Devastating moonsault, and it looks like this could be it, folks. It looks like Hardcore Twist could be advancing here. Here's the pin. 1, a 2, and that's a 3. Yeah, that's a 3 count. There we go. Hardcore Twist is moving on to the finals of the Nestler Cup.
And I must say that this is a very controversial ending to the match. We've seen Mad Mike interfere in this match without even tagging, and while Roop almost using that chair.
And they pick up a big victory here. A big victory on a big night. Coming up, we got a big one. We got Paula the Pitbull Wilcox and Ruth Spiker, Devastation Inc. going up against Salt Dan McMahon and Sydney Washburn. It should be a dandy.
The following contest is a Nestler Cup semi-final match, and it's scheduled for one fall. First up, the team of Paula Wilcox and Ruth Spiker, Devastation Inc. And their opponents, the team of Seltan McMahon and Sydney Washburn. Ladies and gentlemen, I've just been told that I need to introduce Seltan and Sydney's manager. So here is our manager. Here is our manager, Sarah Carthage.
Well, here we go. We got managers all around. We got Sarah Cartridge making her way to the ring. She gets her own personal introduction from Spike Pap.
I don't usually do this. It's because Sydney wanted me to.
Well, that's not much of a surprise. Washburn's been making a few enemies around SLCW here, and the company drunk Slcw McMahon looks like he's actually not staggering too much today, so this could be an interesting match. They're going up against Devastation Inc., and what a powerful duo we got here. Rude Spiker and Paula Wilcox. And from what I understand, that young lady, Danielle Dawes, she had to be taken to the emergency room for some observation. But I'm happy to report she's doing well now, and she's out and recovering at home today. And there's the bell. Here we go. This should be a dandy match here, Spike. I don't know who would be considered a favorite.
Yeah, it's kind of a tough call here. Before the bell even rung, Sydney was backing into the corner. I'm not sure if he's scared of Rude himself or those spikes he's wearing.
And he picks him back up off the floor once more. It looks like he's got something else in mind here. And another big body slam by Rude Spiker. Perfectly executed, and they're taking their toll on Washburn. There's nothing more Spiker and Wilcox would love is to make short work out of Washburn here and move on to the finals. The winner of this will have to fight 2 matches back-to-back right in a row, so it's going to be difficult. And we got Slcw yelling at the crowd down here. He should focus more on the action in the ring. And you can smell the whiskey off him from here. He must have been down at the Horse and Biscuits a bit earlier having a few nips.
Well, we all know him. He likes to drink, and I guess it's getting to his head right now.
Well, I don't think he has a liver left. And he's looking around here. I don't even know if he knows he's on top of the wrestling ring there.
I think Paula's been tagged in.
And here comes the Pitbull, Paula Wilcox. And the Pitbull is a very appropriate name for this young lady.
I know that he's going to feel embarrassed if Paula defeats him in this match.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's definitely a possibility, but there's nothing to be embarrassed about to lose to Paula. She is a powerful individual. And right now, she's taking it to Washburn. And we got Slcw. I almost hate to say it, but I think that Sydney Washburn really has to get over to the corner there and take in Slcw. Yeah, that's it. You got to get the fresh man in there. And it looks like Sydney Washburn's going to do just that. He's going over to the corner, and Slcw's looking at him a little curiously. I don't know if he realizes he's in a tag team match here. And there's the tag. So we got Slcw McMahon making his way into the ring to take on Paula Wilcox. A big size differential here. Slcw McMahon is towering over Paula Wilcox, but Wilcox not stepping down. She fires in a big right hand.
This is like a new version of David versus Goliath.
It is, and Slcw looks a little bit stunned there. He's looking at her like, hey, what did you do that for? And he makes her pay with the big suplex. Well, I didn't see that coming. It really does have to hurt, because he got a lot of elevation on that suplex. She went flying through the air. And now it looks like he's going back over to take Sid in again. He says, that's enough for me. Now he's going up top. And he tripped on the top rope. Oh, my.
Oh, no.
Oh, my.
They're both down.
Then they're both down. Devastation Inc. Manager Creamy Falls out here.
Well, Paul is back up.
And Paul is back up, and Slcw's down, and I don't think he wants to get back up. He's going to have a little nap inside the ring here.
I wonder what happened. Did he slip on the ropes?
It looks like he just tripped. And here comes Paula. She was going to do a flying maneuver, but she thought better of it. Didn't have quite the right angle on him.
Well, maybe she also has to consider that Sydney is in that corner. He could interfere since Sparky is like concentrating on Sildan right now.
Well, that's true. That's true. That's a very good point. And instead, Paula Wilcox decides to drop an elbow.
Sydney's walking over. He's got to get back in the corner.
Yeah, we got Washburn coming over. He seems to be jawing there a little bit with, he is jawing a little bit with the referee. And Paula. As we see Sydney Washburn pick up the punishment where Sultan left off.
Uh-oh.
And oh, it looks like a...
It
looks like he went for the neck breaker, but he didn't quite get it. Somehow
what happened?
Paula had the strength to pull out of it, and now she's fighting back. Oh, there's Booger Shad making his way over to ringside. He's keeping a close eye on the competition here.
I wonder what makes him so interested in the Nestler Cup tournament.
Well, it's hard to say. As world champion, you're always scouting out your opponents because you don't know who's going to be next on the list. So that could be his motivation, but who knows? He might have something else in mind. And look, the drunk has a big chair in his hand, a steel chair. Oh,
you don't want to use.
And I don't know if Sparky sees it or not. And now Sultan's waggering over to the corner, and it looks like Booger Shan's out keeping a close eye on things here. He seems to be a little bit more interested in this match than I would have expected. Got Sultan with the chair.
Sultan's got to put it away, otherwise he's going to be disqualified.
It looks like they might be scheming something here.
Sparky going to check it out.
And Sparky's warning him. He's telling him to get in the corner and drop the chair.
Oh, here comes Booger Shan.
Booger Shan is getting in the ring here. What is going on here? Booger Shan is in the ring? What is going on? And he's attacking Rude. He just slammed Rude into the floor. What's going on here? Sparky Keenan, he's calling for the bell. It looks like we're going to have a disqualification here. What is going on with this? Booger Shan has joined Sydney Washburn in the ring, and they are beating on Rude. Certainly, this is a strange turn of events, and here comes Sultan McMahon. Well, I'm not sure what to make of all this here. And it looks like Rude's out cold in the corner. And Booger Shan continues to beat on him. And we got chaos in the ring, folks. We got about 10 people in that ring. And we got Sparky Keenan. He's trying to get it cleared, but my goodness.
All right, you guys, that is enough. All right, this has gone too far. You have attacked almost every single opponent here. Booger Shan, you're not even in this match. What is going on with you?
Shut up, Lizard. I told you there was going to be some changes around here. I said first there was a manager, and I said somebody else was joining us. Meet him. Right in front of you. Now what do you got to say?
You traitor.
Get him, Bug.
And look at this, Booger Shan, he attacks the referee, Sparky Keenan. And Keenan's out cold. And I have to say, if I was Spike Pap, I don't know if I'd be in the ring with those three guys. They look like they're on a rampage right now. And a big right hand by Spike Pap. And another right hand. And there's Sultan McMahon, he's got his guitar out. And we got Rude and Paula making their way back to the ring. Sultan McMahon seems pretty happy in there, but he has been disqualified, and it looks like we got our Nestler Cup Finals, folks. It's going to be Paula Wilcox and Rude Spiker going up against the team of Mad Mike and Roop Hewitt, Hardcore Twist. We're going to have a 5-minute intermission. Oh, and we got Spike Pat back on Mike.
You two think you're so tough? Well, as you just saw, you're not the only ones who have experience. So, Bugger, do you remember when you went in that Hell in a Cell match with Sydney Washburn for that title? Well, that was nothing. Next week, I bring Hell to life, because next week I challenge you to an Inferno match.
Wow. Our ring announcer, Spike Pap, has just challenged the heavyweight champion to a match. An Inferno match? And it looks like Booger Shan has accepted.
In case you don't know what that is, let me put it this way. When you mess with dragons, you get burned.
Well, folks, it's going to be a wild one next week. Booger Shan and our ring announcer / doctor Spike Pap head-to-head. And I don't know if that's going to be for the title or a non-title match. We have to get that cleared through the board of directors.
Woo, Ivan, how you doing tonight? We've had some good action so far, haven't we?
It's been certainly a great climax to a great series.
Well, we've had as good as it gets without the Nature Boy in the ring, entertaining all the great fans of SLCW. You see this that I got in my hand? Why don't you check this thing out?
That is a beautiful trophy.
This here trophy is the prize of prizes. Those wrestlers have been battling out all day just to earn this piece to hang on their mantle. Now the Nature Boy, he's got a mantle full of prizes. He's got prizes on the ceiling. He's got prizes all over his place. On that mansion, on that big house up on the big hill with the big limousine in front. I got plenty of trophies lining the walls, and I got to tell you, I've seen all the best trophies on Second Life, and this is the most fantastic trophy I've ever seen. Pure pewter. Shine so bright that Nature Boy, whoo, he can do his hair and style it in profile.
That is a beautiful trophy, and that is what's going to be coming to the winner of the Nestler Cup here tonight. We're just about ready to go with the final matches here, so I'm going to let Spike Pap do his thing, and we're just going to be ready to go.
Hope we get to see one heck of a finish to this thing, because I'm excited about it. I've seen great matches so far, and I want to see them kick the snot out of each other to earn this fine piece of trophy.
Well, it's been a long way to get here. It's been a long road to the finals, and it should be a dandy. There's no question the two best tag teams in Second Life are going to be going head-to-head for it here, so I'm going to throw it over to Spike to get things going.
The following contest is the Nestler Cup Finals. First up, the team of Paula Wilcox and Ruth Spiker, Devastation Inc. And their opponents, the team of Waru Hewitt and Mad Mike Steriff, the Hardcore Twist.
Well, it looks like we're ready to go here in the finals, and they're not wasting any time. They're getting right to it outside the ring. We got Rude Spiker and Mad Mike going at it, and Roops down there as well. And Keenan calls for the bell to start it out. Ladies and gentlemen, we're joined ringside right now by Ari Lane, who's going to be joining us for the final match here. Ari, Roop Hewitt with that trademark baseball bat. And Rude's in a whole lot of trouble already.
That would get them disqualified, but I don't know why Sparky has not called for the bell already.
Well, Sparky doesn't want to do anything too harsh. This is a championship match. He's going to give a little bit more leadway than usual.
If he's going to let that go, he might as well turn this into a hardcore match. It's not looking good for Paula. She is the only one standing in the ring, and Rude hasn't moved.
Yeah, Paula's inside the ring. Rude Spiker's in a world of trouble out there. And then we got a big right hand by Roop. We got Mad Mike watching on from the corner, and Paula delivers a right hand right back. She's not going to be intimidated. She's got that pit bull spirit in her.
I just received a card that this match is going to be no disqualification outside the ring.
No disqualification outside the ring. Well, there you go. Anything goes outside the ring. Which could mean real bad news for Devastation Inc. We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, this is right down the lane of a hardcore twist.
Well, look at the action in the ring. Beautiful vertical suplex by Paula Wilcox. And that was executed perfectly.
And did you see what I just saw? Bruce Spiker's just left the building.
Rude Spiker has left the building?
Yeah, he walked up the ramp.
Wow.
Where did he go?
I'm getting word from back that he's in need of medical attention.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back there and check on him.
So we got Spike Pap going to the back to check on Rude Spiker to see if he's able to continue. He'll have to be cleared by our house doctor before he gets back in there. So Ari, this is quite a turn of events. Well, certainly their back is against the wall. I cannot deny that. And Paula Wilcox has to go at it alone, but she's holding her own pretty well in there so far. And we got their staff doctor, Spike Pap, has gone back to check on him. We had our commissioner, Alvin Christo, back checking on him. As soon as we hear anything out front, we'll let all you folks know what's going on back there. Whoa, Larry, I just got amazing news. Commissioner Alvin Chris is over here, and he just announced to me, listen to this one. It looks like Rude Spiker has a broken arm. They're in the back trying to get a cast on it so he can continue. And this certainly doesn't bode well for Devastation Inc. We got Paula Wilcox here trying to hold on. And wow, Rude Spiker, he's going to try to continue with the broken arm. Can you believe that? They're getting a cast on it, and he's going to come back out with one arm and try to continue on with this match. How's that for dedication and perseverance? Unbelievable. And look, here he comes. He's got that arm bandaged up. He's got a cast on it. That's got to be a tribute to Spike Pap here with his medical skills. You got that bandaged up pretty fast, Spike.
Yeah, it's very tough to see that he has a broken arm. I had strongly advised him not to continue with this match, but he is going against my word and he wants to participate.
Well, there you go. He's breaking doctor's orders, and look at this. He's going right after Mad Mike in the corner. Now, in your medical opinion here, Spike, could this lead to some very, very serious damage?
Oh yes, it definitely can. If anyone hits that arm, it's going to make some life-changing damage, and it may end his career.
Of course, this is what makes Devastation Inc. such a great tag team. You know, they really have a lot of intestinal fortitude in there. You know, it is unbelievable, and you can see Rude Spiker just cringing in there. He forgot for a minute that arm was broken, and you can see the pain right on his face.
I don't know why he even punched with that arm. He has to know it's broken.
I don't know what he's thinking. He's got so much adrenaline running through his body right now. Championship match, he might have just forgot it. And outside the ring, they're not even worried about Paul. They're going to work on that broken arm. Wow, and this shouldn't be a surprise. Hardcore twists, are they stoop to any tactics. And Mad Mike's got him in a sleeper hold.
And remember, there's no disqualification outside the ring, which puts Rude in more danger.
He is in a world of danger here, that's for sure, and he's locked in that sleeper hold. You can see the cast flailing there. He's in a lot of pain. Paula Wilcox with a beautiful drop kick there. And oh my goodness, outside the ring, Mad Mike is working on Rude, and now he's looks like he might get in the ring to mix it up with Paula Wilcox.
Right now, I'm more concerned about Rude. I'm going to check him into the local hospital once this match is done.
I hear we got an ambulance out back waiting, so as soon as this match is over, there's going to be admittance to the local hospital for Rude, and all we can do is hope that he doesn't damage that arm any further. And look at this. A big argument between Mad Mike and LaRoupe, and it looks like Mad Mike he's leaving the ringside area. He's taking off back to the dressing room.
That they've had some animosity between them. And I don't know what has gotten into Mad Mike. He's leaving his partner to take the punishment.
And there, a 3-kill by Paula Wilcox. She got the 3-kill, and we got new champions. Can you believe that? And a big 3-kill. And Ari Lane's in disbelief here. I'm in disbelief. Wow. Talk about overcoming odds. Wow, talk about overcoming odds. Rude Spiker and Paula Wilcox, Devastation Inc. And I understand our commissioner is going to go in ringside and present them with the Nestler Cup and the tag team titles. Let's throw over to... It is hard to believe. It's almost surreal. But we're going to throw it over to Alp and Chris here to present the big trophy.
Woo! Paula Wilcox, Rude Spiker, what we had just witnessed tonight is quite possibly the biggest display of guts and tenacity that I have ever seen in SLCW history. Not only did one of you, Rude, did you break your arm in the middle of the match when the opposing team started resorting to dirty tactics like using chairs and foreign objects, but you came back and you both won it all. Woo, look at this trophy. This trophy is yours. You guys go ahead and lift it up in pride.
Well, folks, there's a couple happy campers right there. New heavyweight champions, Rude Spiker and Paula Wilcox. And what a show it's been. Another action-packed week of SLCW. Well, that wraps up another great week of SLCW. We have new heavyweight champions, and we'll see y'all next week.